got a little bit to talk about this evening. I won't be on it too long, but I'm gonna wrap you out real quick, like an hour. But we'll talk about the whole Matt Gay situation. He got signed here on a 1 year deal. We'll talk about that tonight. And saying farewell to Zane Gonzalez and how much of an upgrade this is that kicker. 'Cause I believe this is a huge upgrade. Matt Gay is definitely a better kicker than Zane Gonzalez is. And we'll also talk about some other things tonight as well. But we'll just kind of wrap Q&A, Commanders Q&A. Well, fun. Let's just do it. Subscribe to the channel. Go to 7,000. About 160 away. So hit that subscribe, that like button, that share button. Let's get right to today's live stream. Well, man, welcome back to the PSN Command Network. The Protest Sports Network, your boy Tom Gary Tech. You invited to a great God for God's right now. God's open doors and paving ways for you know those that correct today's video. Here are the Washington Commanders. If I get too far into it, quick verse of the day. This is from Habakkuk 2:14 says as follows: For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as in the waters cover the sea. That is today's verse of the day. And we'll get right into today's live stream. So, Matt Gay was signed today. Former Colts kicker. Been around the league a couple of times, been around the block. We'll talk about that. And let's see. So, saw his whole career so far and what he has done. And we'll talk how much of an upgrade this is over Zane Gonzalez. It's definitely an upgrade. And then we'll talk about some other things, the draft, undrafted free agents like that, UDM, priority free agents, things of that nature. And we'll be on for a little bit. So he's been in the league since 2019. He's 6 feet, 232 pounds. One-time Pro Bowler. He is a Super Bowl champion. We were the Bucks in 19 with the Rams in 2020, with the LA Rams again from 2021 to 2022, and then with the Colts for 2 years. So he is 31 years of age from Utah. Last year he was 31 for 37 field goals made and made all 33 extra points. So he's about 80% field goal kicker here. Let's look what he did for the rest of his career so far. So his first year in the league, which is age 25 for him, 2019, he was 27 for 35. That's 77%. He was 89.6% on extra points, which put him at 89.6. The next year, he upped his field goal percentage to a total of 87.5. The Rams in 2020 only kicked 16 field goals. So he was 14 for 16. The Rams scored a lot of touchdowns, so no need. And he has 16 for 16 in 7 games with the Rams and 100%. He played 17 games the last throughout the last 4 years. With the Rams again, he has a 94% field goal percentage here. That's crazy. That's pretty good. And his long is 55 that year. His career high is 58, which is pretty good. Next year, 93% off 28 for 30 kicks made. I noticed something with him, though. The more field goals he kicks, the worse his percentage is. That's something I've noticed. But we'll talk about that in a second. So, 28 for 30, 93. I mean, he was 96% on extra points made. Only missed 1 extra point that year. Then the year before last, he was with Indy. He was 33 for 41 at 80.5%, with 1 extra point missed at 97.2%. He made all 33 extra points last year, and he was 31 for 30, 31 for 37. And he's actually pretty. All of his misses were for 50 plus last year, but he's pretty much automatic anything below 50. So let's keep that in mind. Doesn't have the biggest leg in the world, but under 50, he's kind of like high four bath when it comes to that. He's pretty much automatic, so that's pretty cool to see. Holgate dominates. I think he's a pretty solid kicker. Dominating is kind of an overstatement, but I think he's a pretty solid kicker. I can see him being an 80 to 85% field goal kicker for us. If everything's under 50, for the most part, he's going to kick maybe like 2 or 3 field goals over 50. He's going to probably pretty much be like pretty good. So I like Matt Gay, man. I like Matt Gay. I think he's a huge upgrade with Zane Gonzalez. The guy that had a dunk is 37-yard to give us a win versus the Bucks in the playoffs. But I think it's a huge upgrade here in my eyes. I like what I see. I like what I see from him. I'm happy to see it actually. So, yeah. So that's how I feel about Matt Gay. Also, another thing I do like is that we gave him a fully guaranteed contract. So if as long as it's like nothing happens, like what happened with Brandon McManus, knock on wood, he'll be our kicker next year. The kicker saga will end here with Matt Gay. We won't have 7 different kickers like we had last year, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, I'm glad to see this. Zane Gonzalez, I'm gonna miss you, bro. I appreciate all you've done here. Austin Seibert was cool, but it was time to have a true kicker in here, and Matt Gay is exactly what Matt Gay is, a true NFL kicker here in Matt Gay. So welcome, sir, and we were happy to have you. Now, let's talk about the draft real quick. I did have a recap about grading each player. But I want to talk about strengths and weaknesses between the players as well, very briefly. And also, maybe talk some of the undrafted free agents. I don't really know about them too much, so don't quote me about those guys. I'll do some review and do a little bit more research about them, and I'll have YouTube shorts about those guys. So that'll be that. On the more notable ones, the ones that are not as notable, we'll talk about those guys. But I'll have some YouTube shorts about those guys throughout the week this week. For the remainder of the week to tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. Quick disclaimer: I'm not in town this weekend. I'll be in a different city for a hobby of mine. So keep that in mind. I just kind of tell you about that. So, you guys want? I'm gonna have some say pre-recorded content for you guys this weekend. So be ready for that. I hope you guys enjoy it. Even more kind of draft recap stuff, weaknesses after the draft. Guys, we get signs, stuff like that. So, hope you guys enjoy that. I think that'd be pretty cool, right? Shout out to you guys for watching YouTube shorts. I very appreciate that. You guys really helped the algorithm with those shorts. And let's get into watching the regular videos too. I very appreciate that. But yeah, shout out to you guys watching the shorts. I very appreciate you guys for that. And I'm so grateful you guys watch those shorts. So thank y'all. It's very appreciated for sure. So the draft class real quick. So Josh Connolly Jr. was actually prank called as well. I know that the most famous prank call of the draft was the Shedeur Sanders one. Dude called him out like he was some NFL team. Team called he was the Denver Broncos, and so he was a pick at 20. Gonna find out, like he got way a little longer. I don't know how these people are getting these people's numbers to call them, which is absolutely crazy. The NFL needs to kind of look into that, but that's kind of insane that he was prank called. But my number one thing I know about Josh Connolly is his pass blocking ability. I think he's probably the best pass blocking tackle in this draft, not named Will Campbell. And I think he's going to be very, very good when it comes to pass blocking for the Commanders and blocking Jaden Daniels' front side. He'll be a huge assistance for Tunzel will be blocking his blind side. Uh, One question I have about this now because of offensive line: who's starting right guard while Sam Cosmi's recovering from the ACL tear? I know he's about 3 months in recovery now. 3 months. So I don't know how well he's walking. I don't know if he's like working out. I don't know what's going on. We might need to find a rehab update on Sam Cotton. You don't want to see that, let me know. But the question now is, who is the starting right guard while he's out? I think the answer to that question, I think that will be Andrew Wiley's responsibility while Sam is out. I think that will be the answer to that one. But outside of that, I think the offensive line's pretty much solidified. You got Josh Conway Jr. right tackle, Laramie at left, Brandon Coleman at left guard, I believe. And then, we got Big Biotish as the center. I think cornerback is now solidified as well. I think the guys that should make the team, of course, Marshawn Lattimore, Trey Amos, Mikey Sanderson, of course. Jonathan Jones should make this team as well. And Noah Igbenogany will be the 5 corners, I think, make this team. And the guy from Jackson State, I like him. I don't know if he'll make the team or not, but he's a guy that might. As a corner, he lives as a DB, so I don't know if he's a safety or corner, but he plays both. Safety's kind of solidified now too, with the pick up of the Will Harris pickup, and also Quan's already starting, so I think it's also kind of a solidified position too. But the only position not solidified on the roster is edge rusher, because I know we got Dietrich Wise Jr., who's cool. Clean Farrell's okay. Dorrance Armstrong is kind of mid. But we don't have a legit edge rusher. That does kind of worry me going into the season. But I know that DQ and Joey Jr. can manufacture pressure through like twists and stunts, blitz packages, overload blitzes, stuff like that. We gotta produce pressure like that, but we can do that as well. It's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. That'll be very interesting to see how that goes. Besides some undrafted free agents, I kind of want to do a recap on that separately, but the most notable guy was the Louisville receiver. Comment down below what the guy's name is. I know Josh Taylor made a post about that. I also made a video about it already too. So and looks like Terry McLaurin might have a fishing partner, Josh Conway Jr. as well. Ja'Cory Brooks, that's the guy's name, the Louisville wide receiver, was headed to the Commanders as an undrafted free agent. The Alabama transfer had 61 catches for 1,013 yards and 9 touchdowns last year. So he's a big playmaker too, as well. I showed a highlight of him catching a deep ball from the quarterback in a game versus Virginia Tech. He made it insane. I don't know what the hell this was, like a Willie Mays like catch. He's looking for the ball like this, and he's like yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Yeah, this dude could be pretty good. He's 6'3" too, which is quite tall. That's pretty cool. So saw the stadium thing real quick. I'm not gonna be on too long. But the stadium stuff is interesting too. We should have a new stadium by fall of 2030. And we're getting a dome. So, rendering of the new RFK Stadium with a glass roof and views of the U.S. Capitol, timeline to open stadium in 2030. So basically, they need to have the approval of the city. That's going to be done in the next couple of weeks to a month or so. After that, they have to go through some other things in 2026. In 2027, they're going to start building it and knocking down RFK and everything else. And then by 2029, they should have everything pretty much completed. 2020, tear the ribbon up. Fall 2020, had the first game at the new stadium. Now that season, the preseason might be at Northwest Stadium still. Um, and then I'm gonna call this Commander's Dome. I don't know what we're gonna call this new stadium. I'm excited though, man. DC's back where the Commanders are back in DC where they belong, and it's gonna be very fun. I'm gonna try to be a season ticket holder until that season, so I can be one of those first guys to see the new stadium. I'm excited, bro. It's an exciting time to be a Commanders fan. We just went to an NFC Championship game. Now we had a nice draft. Some undrafted free agents who are very interesting. And then on top of that, now we are going back to DC. No more Orlando or Maryland. No more Northwest Stadium. We'll miss it. I'll miss some things about it, like the tailgates and all that. We want to have the biggest tailgating area anymore. So it's been a good atmosphere. I mean, this atmosphere went 20 times better. Could have stayed even 20 times better. By then, Jaden Daniels be a seasoned vet in the league. He'd be getting a nice little piece of change by then. And we'll see. Tommy comments here. Knowing we're on the Niners this year. We'll see. Like you guys had a pretty good defensive line. I like the Michael Williams pickup you guys had. And I'll probably do a draft grade for all the teams around the league. I'd have a video like that this week as well. For the kind of time I'll be gone. So that'll be a video I'll be doing for you guys as well. And but we stack up with our draft with the rest of the league. So I will say I won't be on too long. I'm gonna wrap to you guys real quick. And I'm probably gonna get the heck out of here because I gotta get some rest. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think we're gonna miss the playoffs, bro. I think that'd be kind of crazy. We actually missed the postseason entirely. That'd be kind of crazy work. I won't be honest with you, but some people think we're not gonna make the playoffs. Even some of our own fans think that. So I would not be surprised for people to think that these days. So yeah, would not be surprised to hear that. If people think we're not gonna make the playoffs. I mean, we're gonna miss the playoffs, man. Plans aren't good, man. We're gonna miss the playoffs, man. We're in the playoffs. You guys suck. So yeah, I would be surprised if people would say that, but yeah, the injury bug. Yeah, the injury bug is real, but as long as five stay upright, I shouldn't be worried too much. Yeah, so shout out to Josh Taylor. He was talking to Trey Amos during the draft process. He said he's a Dan Quinn type of corner. And of course, you drafted kid at 61, so that's pretty dope too. But I just want to get up out of here, man. We'll get some sleep. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. I'll have some videos for you guys for the rest of the week. I'll probably go live sometime before I leave for my trip, and we'll just talk. Commanders Q&A. We just kind of a Q&A session. Try another YouTuber on maybe like Juan Gotti or something, or maybe Rio, just to chop it up with you guys for an hour. And yeah, we'll do that sometime this week before I go. I'm gonna try to hit a Rio and Ed and all the other content creators tonight, maybe Corey or somebody, maybe even Tim. Cause I know Tim hasn't been uploading like that, so maybe he can hop on the stream for an hour or something. And I might have a post draft roundtable sometime next week. So I'm gonna try to get some guys on next week for that as well. So love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and blessings. And I will see you guys tomorrow in another video. Peace.